Wordmaster Communications presents From Idea to Publication. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to be talking today about how to create a ebook cover in about 10 minutes. Now, we're going to use a program called Pixlr. That's Pixlr.com. It's free. You can find it online. That's at Pixlr.com. And there are two options here. You have the E, which is advanced, and the X, which is easy. Don't worry about that. Let's just go with the E because that's going to be the easiest way to deal with this. So we're going to click on E for what we're going to do. Now you can open an image on your file or you can create a new one. That's what you want to do. Now I'm using this as you would use it if you didn't have a paid program going with it. I pay for one, so I don't end up with all of the ads and stuff on the side. So we just click on Create New, and it gives you a lot of potential options, but we want to create one from scratch here, and we're going to call it, since this is a book about creating about plots and story construction, we're going to call it Build Your Plot Your Way. That's our name. That's the name of the book, so we're going to just call it that. Now we're going to set the width here at 2500 and the height at 4500. That usually works about best, but you can try different variations on that, but that's what looks best in my estimation online. So we click on background and we click on this white button here because that gives us this full scale of things, and I'm going to go with black. Now you could use any color you want, but I'm going to use black as my background. Okay, now I scroll down and I hit the create button, and there's my, if you look right here, that's where our canvas is at. So I'm going to start by adding a picture. Now to do that, there's this little plus sign over here, and I hover over it, and there's one thing that says image. I just click on it, and it opens up my file for me to find the image. And I'm writing something about building a novel storyline, and I kind of liked this image. And so since we're using this, we're going to end up with, as the free one, we end up with the ads. It isn't that expensive to get the full program, but we're going to just go with this right now. And I'm going to slide it down, not quite in the middle. If I wanted it in the middle, absolute middle, you see these pink or purple lines that show up differently on different computers. That would be exact center. But I want it a little bit further down. I still want it centered, but I want it further down so that I have more room at the top and less at the bottom. Now I just have to add some text, and I can do that by going back to the plus button, click on the T. Incidentally, if you hit the plus button, you get the bigger one there, and I just got rid of my text layer by accident. Now, here's the text layer. You can see it. It's in the little blue. It shows up better up here. And it defaults to 40 pixels, which is very tiny when you've got something this big. So you just click on that, and we slide this across until we get the size we want. I want it about there. And if I double click in the middle, it highlights it all, and I can type in the name. Build Your Story Your Way. And it looks like I misspelled build. B-U. Let's just start over on build. B-U-L-U-I-L-D. Build Your Story Your Way. And I'm going to click outside here. And I really want this to be a little bit wider, so I slide here and I click and drag. I slide up just a little. See, this shows me that this is centered and within the boundaries, so I got it there. And I want to note that this is part of a series of books on Novel Writing 101, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit text again, add a new text layer, and here is the image, and we'll get rid of this again. And I put it right here. And that can open it, that changes the size, but I want to move it up here. And I want this to be a little bit larger, but not as large as the main thing. So let's go ahead right about there. Go double click it here. Novel Writing 101. Click over here, and I think I want that a little more separation. So I lift it up just a bit. And there it is. Now all I have to do is add my name. That's another text layer. This time we're going to slide it down to the bottom. It's down here. And I'll slide this along here so I get something that's adequate. And I double click in it. And I hit. And I double click in this main. And that's good. I maybe move it up just a little bit. Maybe increase its size just a touch. Okay. Incidentally, if you grab this bottom handle and run it up and down, that increases the size proportionately. And that's how you build a book cover in 10 minutes or less. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you in class to learn more tips and hints about building your own book covers. And that's how you build a book cover in 10 minutes or less. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you in class to learn more tips and hints about building your own book covers.